And let me share my screen as well. Okay, I know that there is a lots of confusion in yesterday lecture. I hope so that you guys rewatch the video and solve your doubts a little bit. But today we're gonna learn it and we're gonna practice again that protected section of the access modifiers, and we will see that how we can use it, how we can utilize this in projects. Let's see first of all the big picture of that. For example, let me open the whiteboard. Till whiteboard open. Is there any question in other access modifiers like private, like default? Protected, I'm gonna explain again.
I have a quick question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
As we studied the private class,
Yeah.
we can use the private, as we know that is the encapsulation that we encapsulated. If we use the private, then I saw yesterday's video, but when there was a private in in the sys out that we couldn't like show that the other pop-up menu doesn't count. Am I right?
Yeah.
Then
Definitely.
where we can use in our life, in our job, the private one.
Yeah, the usability of the private the
Yes,
access modifier or keyword is
yes.
the variables. Okay.
As you mentioned, sir, that if the hacker attack on our system, they only trying for the password, as we already written the password there.
Yeah, no.
The
The
user and
situation is,
password.
yeah, the situation is like this, that I took a scenario like this, but with the help of that private developers, whenever the developing teams are developing an application, there is a lots of security packages, security APIs that will use with the private so that they can protect and hide our password. Yesterday I took the scenario like this. If I would use the API concepts and something else there, so you guys might get confused and there will be lots of confusion created for you. That's why I just show you the big picture, that private is only used with the variables. We can hide our data like this.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Got it.
most welcome. You guys just get the concept. These stuffs are belongs to development team. They're gonna handle it. But if you have information, that's well and good.
But the question is here, sir. The interviewer does not say you are
No. The
the lab.
interviewer. Yeah, I got your question. The interviewer understand that you're going to do the testing job. You're not going to do the development job. That's why he will ask, what is private? You will say one line of definition. What is the usability? You can say that we are using it right in here if we want to encapsulate, and if we want to hide our data fully, and if we want to apply 100% security. So that's all. You're good to go. You're answered the question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Okay, guys. We're gonna study again protected in today's class. Protected is another access specifier that we can access it within the package. Suppose, for example, this is my box. Think that this box is your package. Access modifier is who? Access modifier, this protected access modifier is a person, like think of that this is your, this box is house of your who? House of your father. In this home box, people who are living with your father will be father of your father, mother of your father, sister of your father, brother of your father. Now your father think of like this, can directly reach to his father, to his mother, to his sister, to his brother. He can reach to them directly without any hesitation. Now, your father is a young person and he's still single, but one day he gonna married. So now here we have one another package like this. This package will be whenever your father get married, he would leave his home and come and live in another house. This is your another house. Think that this is another package. Okay. Now, when your father come out and live here, your father already has connection in this package. But if now your father wants to get establish his connection in this house, you living son of your father, other son of your father, daughter of your father, and wife of your father. Means your sister, your brother, and your mother is living there, and your father is also living there, but with what? With connection of parent and child, like we use extend keywords. Now the connection established between your father home and this home is through your father, means your father is now connected through the children's. This is called the protected example, that your father has the ability to traverse between two homes. Now you got it? That's how we use the protected. Is it still confusing or no? You got the big picture.
No, we got it, sir.
Okay. Abdul say a little. Okay, Abdul. Protected means, Abdul, that he is the person that has full authorization in his home, and if we want to access that person outside of his home, he need to do what? He need to do we need to use the inheritance so that we can establish the connection. Like, think of this. This package is your country. You're a person that fully authorized in your country. But if you want to go to UK, this is another country. You can go, but you can go through which thing? Through passport. This passport is like inheritance, that with the help of this passport, you can traverse to where? To UK. Means this extend is your password, that people of UK can get benefit of you. Think of that you are a scientist. You're serving your country, but now UK is also need you. So you will be serving UK by what? By through your passports. Means your identity is your passport. Through your passport, you can go to UK and serve there. This would be another example of a protected that we can use it in here. Okay, that's cool now. Now let's go to scenario right in here. Let's do it. For example, I'm going to create 2 new packages. Let's create this packages inside. Let me clean all of this. You don't clean it, okay? I'm cleaning it. I'm deleting it because you guys understand it well. Going to delete this. So also delete it. Well and good. Now I have what? I have two packages, protected one and protected two. Let's suppose take example. This is my first package. That name is protected one. This is my first package. And the second package is protected two. Now, what happened? Think that we are a team of 10 peoples. And first team, I'm the developer, I'm the lead developer. And first team, me, Ahmad, Mustafa, like let's say Sonia, and Marina working. And protected package, it's this responsibility is hand over to another team. Like in this team, people are working Masood, Inayat, let's say someone else we can take like Ali, Khan, and let's add someone else like we can say Zakia. Now I'm the lead developer. I'm going to create the classes one by one. Let's suppose in protected one package, I have what class of time. We are developing a geolocation application. Now in geolocation application, the most important thing is what time that everybody should use in their program and in their classes. So I'm the person who's going to create the time class. Okay. Now this time is I'm calling over to my team that, hey, team, I created the class of time. You people don't worry about creating the class of time. You just go ahead and use class of time. But now those who are with me on the same package, on the protected one, Ahmad, Sonia, Mustafa, and Marina, they can do it. They can use class of time without having any import package, without creating anything else. They will go directly do it. They will go directly create object of what? Class time. They will go and create object of class time. And they will use whatever function, whatever methods, whatever variable are created inside my class time without any problem. Now the question raised that I also call over because we are working on the same project. The only difference is that our packages are different, but we are working on the same project. Project base is same. Project is like geolocation. Say this is the project name. I aware the team of Masood that, hey Masood, I created class of time. You and your team should, whenever they want to use a time method, so you guys can approach my class and use it. You don't need to create individually. So here is a point that these people who want to use my class time, first of all, they need to use the import keyword that should import the package protected one. Import means bring it on. Protected one dot star add semicolon. After that, you need to establish the connection through extend keywords. Like suppose they're using class of location. They're creating class of location. should use extend what? Extend time.
Take your development skills to the next
That's
level.
all. That's all. You can use it. Let me mute someone was muted. So this was all about what? The logic behind the protected, that it will avoid creating multiple classes and it will avoid the duplication. Means someone else has created, you're making use of that. You're getting the advantage of that class. You don't need to be worried. Suppose think of this like that. In the company, everyone is not strong in everything. One person is strong in one coding section, one person is strong in one logical section. So this is the benefit of oops, that oops gives us, that hey, if someone else is developing that chunk of code, that piece of code, that API inside class, or that piece of code, you don't need to create it right in your class. Just go ahead, make use of that, create the object of that according to rules. If you're in another package, so you can created that object of that class using extend keyword by creating this connection of inheritance, or establishing the connection of inheritance by extend keyword. Or if you're in the same package, just go ahead and create the what? Object of that class. That's all. This was the idea or big picture behind the protected that I want to deliver it. Hope you guys understand it. Yes, Feroz, the class is private, so we can't access it.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, Katya, go ahead.
So, based on what you explained, so the class time in protected one will have to have an access modifier of protected. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Let's suppose now let me create, go ahead. I'm the person who's working on the protected one package. I will create one file. I will not add what? I will create file of what? Let's create.
Did you know full stack engineers make over 100K, and that's where full
Guys, please, whenever you're joining, and mute yourself. Now, my duty is to create a file in protected one. I will go ahead and create many files. Like for example, let's take class of, let me create class of, I will create class of what? Class of addition. You guys will understand this class of addition. Time we already discussed. I will not create public static void main, just I will leave it like this, because this class of addition will be usable throughout my package, my project. So I'm the person who is developing these classes. These are the helper classes which we can develop. This duty is handed over to me because I am the team leader. So I will do it. First of all, I will create two variables. Like for example, let's say I will create num1, I will add semicolon, and num2, add semicolon. Now get the result, and result, add semicolon. Now, because I want to do the dynamic programming, so let's create it effectively and let's create it more impressive so that you guys understand it. Now I will create the object of scanner class. Scanner, what was the syntax, guys? After that, I can use the read equal to new scanner system dot n. That's all I'll do. One, I will overrun that, and let's import the package of scanner. Import java dot util dot scanner. That's all. The error gone. Now you can see that we are applying the same what? The concept of protected. Think of that this scanner class is created by Java developer and which package inside the SRC, the GRE system library. Now with the help of what? With the help of import keyword, we are importing that, and we don't, and they don't need to apply what? They don't need, they're creating the logic like this, that you don't need to apply what? Apply the extend keywords. Without extends keyword, you can use it, but you need to do what? You can need to directly access it with the import keyword. Now my duty is to do what? I will call a function, let's say protected void. I will name it add. Add is my function. Now in here, it'll pass a message system dot out dot println. Now I'll do it. Enter first value. Now my next job is to store the whatever result is reading from the keyboard or console. I need to store it in a what? In num1 variable. Num1 equal to read object of scanner dot next end. That's all what I need. Now system dot out dot println will take enter second value. Now my next job is to store that data inside num2. Num2 equal to read dot next end. That's all about reading the data. Now you need to do what? You need to use the business logic or the calculation logic. So what is the calculation logic? Num1 should we add into num2 so that we get the result. Now again, these variables should be stored inside a third variable, which is name. We add it as a result. We declare it right in here on the top of my class. Now everything seems good. Now the time here arrived that system dot out dot println. I need to do what? I need to call over on that addition of 2 digit is, you can pass the result right in here, just like this. And before printing the result, you can also display the what? You can also display the variable value, that what kind of values you taken, so that you execute the condition. So I can say that first value, first digit is, just concatenate num1 in here, num1. Just I would pass num2 right in here. Let's pass a comment. Second value or digit, we can say digit is this, second digit is this one, and the result of addition of the 2 digit is result. Now this is the class which I needed. Now inside my package, if anyone else want to create what? Want to create addition class, so, or addition logic, so they don't need to create that. They will go and directly access my class, import it, or directly create the object of that. That's all. They don't need to do anything. Now this is inside what? This is inside my protected one. Suppose I will create a class. Let's take the first scenario. I will create another class inside my protected one. I will name it as a runnable class. Guys, you notice something, that I don't add a public static void main inside my this class because I don't want to run this class. This class is only for utilization. This class I created so that the people who are developing the code with me, so they don't need to develop an extra class. So they will make use of this class. Now, someone else who's developing the project, he need to do what? He will make what? He will make use of that class, but he is the person who is running the code. He's the person who is running the code. So he need to add the public static void main, because without public static void main, this is the entry gate. We can't run our code. Here is the place, the area that for the first time compiler enter. If the house doesn't have any entry gate, so you can enter the house. That's why public static void main is like an entry gate for the system. So you need, if you want to run the class or if you want to run the code, so you need to add one public static void main in your all over the classes. Even people in a project create 10,000 classes, but they will have one public static void main for them that they can bring all the code in one single shot, and they can create the object of that classes, and they will run or execute the public static void main itself. Now you guys understand that this is the class of addition. I'm showing you what? I'm showing you the code optimization. Now let's leave this again. This is my runnable class. This class of addition is created by who? This is created by me. Now I assign the task that Marina should create class of subtraction. Marina do what? She will create class of subtraction. And I told Marina that do not run this class. Your duty is to just create a class, public static void main. Now Marina also do the same task. Marina would get copy my code. Let's copy this. Sorry. Let's paste it here. Class sub, everything seems good. Num1, num2, let's change the sign to minus. Now, first digit, now we would say subtraction. Subtraction of 2-digit is this one. I'll save this. This is class of sub.
Protected while remains was
I would say protected. Let's change the sign to sub. That's all. We change this. Now, and our team, who's next one? Ahmad is also working. I will assign the task of what? Creating multiplication class to Ahmad. Ahmad is also working in the same project. We are logging into the same server, so everyone can access the same package, and everyone is creating a different classes. So Ahmad is going to create the class of multiplication. So he's also not going to check mark the public static void main. So instead we would do what? Now the same concept, we will paste the code in here. Let's change this to mul. Let's change this to star, and let's change this to multiplication. Multiplication digit. Everything seems good. Now, who's next one on the project? Like Mustafa, Ahmad, Marina. Let's say Mustafa. I'm handovering the task of creating a class of division to Mustafa. Mustafa is also going to collaborate. Division div. So click on finish. Going to this section. It's not coming to this side. Okay, let's bring this to this side. Okay, that's cool. Now, class of division is created by who? By Mustafa. Let's make it div, and let's change the sign to this, and let's change this to division. Now you can see, guys, that this is called teamwork, and this is called that this is the way that team leader will divide the task between the developer, between the coders, between the development team. This is the actual working process. Now you can see that I have 4 class: addition, class sub, class multiplication, class division, and I am the team leader. Suppose class of addition is developed by Sonia, sub is developed by Marina, class multiplication is developed by Mustafa, and class division is developed by Ahmad. And I'm the team leader. I told them that, hey, you people, 4 people are assigned to these 4 classes. You need to create this like this, and you don't need to add a public static void main. And your task is to, whenever you're creating the function of that or the method of that operation, so you need to add a protected in protected mode. Now inside my protected one, inside my protected one package, I have one public static void main. My duty is to do what? I don't need to import that, because first of all, we are applying the first condition of what? The first condition, the first rule of protected says that if you're within the class, so you don't need to import that, and you don't need to use the extend keywords. So without any hesitation, I will go and create the class of what? Object of class addition. First of all, let's say I'll copy this. I'll create the object of class addition. Class addition, let's say, I would say rate or ops, let's say ops equal to, I will add what? I forgot to add a new keyword. That's all, guys. I created the object of what? Ops addition class. Now I will do what? My next job, my next duty is to create what? Object of class sub. Let me create this also. Copy this. Let's change the name to, like, for example, I would say read. I will give alternative names so that we can differentiate between them. I would go and create the object of class multiplication. Class mul, I will copy the class name. I would come here and I would say DISP. I'll change the name. New, copy that. Okay, now my next job is to do what? To go ahead and copy the class of div. So we need to create the class of div inside that. Now for that, I will say, let's say shop to new, add a semicolon. You can say that I access 4 classes of object of 4 different classes. This class addition. Do we have any class addition in runnable class? No. Do we have a class sub in runnable class? No. Do we have class of this inside our runnable class? No. We don't have any of the classes which we are creating the object of them. They are totally in different file, but they are belongs to one protected package. They're inside one protected package. That's why we don't need anything so that we import or we extend. Now with the help of oops, if I want to run the concept of oops dot, I would say oops dot what? Oops dot add. I'll call this. If I want to call this, let's say, if I run this class now, what it would say? Enter the first value, I will enter 10, 12, enter the second value, I'll enter 23. Say, first digit is 12, second digit is 23, addition of 2 digits is 35. You can see that how much is how it is looking good. This is the beauty of the OOPS concept. This is the beauty of usability of code. That task will be divided like this between the development team, or if you people are doing testing, so according to that, whenever we start with the Selenium, so you guys will understand that how the task will be divided and how you're going to create the packages, how you're going to create the classes. So same concept applied there. Now I would do one thing. Let's add a system here, system dot out dot println, just for one line space. Now I will call on what? Read dot what? I will call read dot for, let's say I will call for subtraction. Let's copy this so that we have one line space between them. I would call for DISP dot, DISP is for multiplication method. Now let's call show dot div. You can see that how many line of code I have written, guys, in here. It starts from here till here, from line number 8 till line number 19. It means 11 line of code I have written in my runnable class. Now I can achieve the big logic. Like I added even a small bit, I created even a small basic calculator right in here. We have class of addition, we have class of subtraction, we have class of multiplication, we have class of division. You can see that. This is called performance optimization, code optimization, everything and applied in here with the help of OOPS concept. Now, if I run my class, sorry, let's cancel this. Let me save my class. Let's run again. It says enter the first value. I would enter 13. Enter the second value. I would enter 12. It says the result is 25. But again, it's prompting me enter the first value. Let's say I will enter 23. I will enter 12. It says that subtraction of 2 digits is 11. It's again prompting me because I called for another method also, for another function object. I will enter 12. I will enter 12. Say multiplication of 2 digits is 144. It's prompting me again for another value. So I would enter 12. I will enter 6. So the division is 2 because this will be the end of my line because I have 4 function which I called in here. That was all about what, guys? That was all about today's lecture or today's session that we studied that. We entered a calculator, we created a calculator functions or a calculator program with the help of our OOPS concept. Now this was accessible between what? Between the class of what? Between the classes of within the same package. You go ahead, type this program. I will give you 5 minutes for this. But before that, is there any question? You understood the first portion of the today's lecture that we are only accessing what? Within the package, the protected access modifier. Any question, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Abdul.
Sir, the question is here, whenever we are using the calculator, we can use it multiple times, like 5 times, 6 times, plus, add, or not the division or subtraction or another keywords. Only I'm talking about the addition, that we can 1 plus 1, then 2 plus 2, then 5 plus 10. Like this, we can use the plus multiple. Is there any way that we can use in Java that we can do that we could do only one time? Like 10, like 12, it will be like add, like one time. On the second time, it says subtraction. Can we do multiple times the addition?
Yeah, definitely. For doing this, just copy this and call it twice. You can do that. You understand?
Should we copy and paste the
Let's
addition?
see. I will comment out this. You can see that I called twice. Okay, I will run the method. Let's see. Enter the first value, I will enter 12. For second value, I will enter also 12. You can see that addition of 2 digits is 24. It is prompting me for the second value. Let's enter 34. Let's enter 34. The result will be what? The addition is 68. Now you got it, Abdul?
Yes, thank you, sir.
This is the power of OOPS that gives you that ability that how many times you want to use the object which you created, you can use it anywhere.
So,
Mhm.
these classes,
Sorry, your voice is coming so slow.
can you hear me, sir?
I still can't hear you. Is there any question?
I have a question if you can hear me.
Yeah, now it's a little bit good. Go ahead.
So these classes did not extend, right? Because you created on one package by creating the object of the class, and you can use the object. Is that right? I mean, these classes are not extended to each other, right? Like class for multiplication or addition.
Mhm.
Then I extend these classes, right?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, we are applying the first rule of protected that if it is in same package, you are not going to extend. Now, as of now, just you write down the code. After the code, I will go and create one another file inside my protected 2 package whenever we want to access one of these classes. So we will use the extend keyword right there.
Okay, right, thanks.
Yeah, definitely. I would do one thing. Guys, just do one thing. First of all, write this class, addition class. Once you write this addition class, you have a different files for that. Just for creating other files, copy this code and create a new file with the name of sub, paste it right there and change the this sign of plus to minus and change this addition message to subtraction. That's all. And you can do same with the rest, multiplication in Java, and you will have one runnable class also. Sadaf, Abdul, and Zakia. Excellent job, guys. Tadia, excellent. Feroz, excellent. Let me pause the recording for a minute. Okay, that was all about within the same package. Now, if you guys see on left hand side of my screen, I have one another package with the name of protected2. Let's create files inside protected2 as well. Now I will do it. I will create a class and I would name it as a what? I will name it as a, let's suppose say, I will name it access class. Access class. And in this class, let's say, I will check more public static void. it's also, we can say, a runnable class, but this runnable class is in another package. Now this access runnable class is in my different package. Now same like my runnable class, I need to run all of the or create all of these 4 classes object inside my access class. So how can I create this? How can I access these classes? For that, we need to do what? Like, for example, let's I created the access class, and from among these classes, just I need to create one. Just I need to create or access one of these classes. Like, for example, let's say I would need to add a class of addition. But that, let's do it. Extends class addition. And we are missing something that we didn't import. Import what? Protected. Sorry, Control C. Import which class? Protected one. Dot, put dot, start, and semicolon. Let's see what it says. Import protected one cannot be. Sorry?
Things one is
Oh,
something that, okay.
okay. Yeah, here's a spelling mistake. We need to copy like this. Let's replace it. Okay. Error or gone. Now you can see that whenever I want to access one file which is located in another package, and the method which is in that file is protected, and if I want to access it inside my another package, so what is the rule? The first rule says that you need to import, and the second rule says that you need to establish the connection through extends or inheritance. Now if I want to display that addition method, what should I do? I need to do what? First of all, I need to create the class object of child class, which is my access class. I would do this. Read the object name, new, again access class, like we did in inheritance. Now with the help of read, put dot, you can see that it prompt or it giving me the hint that you need to access the add class. Now if I add, and now if I run it, can you see, do I have any class add method inside my access class? No, I don't have. Even I don't have inside my same package add method is inside protected one package and inside the class of addition. So with the help of this import and with the help of this extend keyword, we establish the connection and we access that method. Now if I run this, you can see that it prompts me for the first value. I will enter 12, for second value I will enter 14. The result will be 26. This is the beauty of the OOPS concept, that if suppose in this class, a person who is going to create the class, he needs to do what? He needs to do to display what? To display this calculator, this addition class only. He don't need to add a subclass, multiplication class, or the division class. He just need to add addition class. He did what? He just add what? He just add, extend the class addition, and just add the method. That's all, guys. Now you guys understand how the protected works in different package if we want to access the method or class.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Katya.
So when we importing the package to the access class, the way I import it, I just hover over the object that I was creating and import it itself. But how you manually typed in is a little bit different. Shouldn't matter, correct? as soon as it's imported.
Okay. No, whenever you're importing something, so you need to manually type this because this is important for that. For the first time, you need to type this. Why? Because you will be familiarized with the syntax, because this important protected one, which I write it, this is my user-defined package. So for that, I need to write it by myself.
Okay, even if Eclipse is giving me the option to import it automatically, I should still type it manually.
If the Eclipse gives you that facility, so no worries, you can leave it on the hand of Eclipse. No worries. But as of now, why I'm typing it? Because you guys don't get confused. And because this is Eclipse, if you works on some other IDEs, and there, if they don't give you that facility, you guys will be forgetting that, oh, you guys will be not familiar with the importing, writing import keyword. That's why this only for the sake of your understanding that even we can type it.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Okay, Sadaf Abdul and Feroz says yes. Okay, guys, go ahead, type the code. Let me see on the word we have on the chat box. Okay, sir, is it possible to extend 2 or more classes in the success class or just for one class? Okay, Zach, yeah. We will do that once we finish with the collection. Okay, I will show you. As of now, we don't need it, but we will do that.
Sir, I would like to share my screen again.
Okay, you would like to share your screen? Just let me pause the recording. Now we are winding up in here, guys. So tomorrow's target is array and public specifier. So I hope so that you guys enjoy the class. So I will stop the recording.